A bomb exploded outside a Bohra mosque after Friday prayers in the Pakistani financial hub of Karachi, wounding at least a dozen people, is the latest in a series of attacks on Muslim minorities. Factions of the Pakistani Taliban, seeking to topple the government and establish strict Islamic rule in the nuclear-armed nation, have claimed attacks on minority Muslims in the past few weeks. But attacks on the Bohra community are rare. Friday's attack was the first on a Bohra mosque in the southern port city since an incident 3 years ago in which 7 people were killed. 7 people were killed and 20 wounded on Wednesday when a truck exploded outside the governor's compound in Afghanistan's southern Helmand province amid a major operation by Afghan forces to clear Taliban fighters. It was the second major attack in the Lashkar Gah area this month after 7 people were killed and more than 20 wounded in a suicide bombing at a checkpoint on March 10th. Afghan security forces launched Operation Zulfikar in mid-February to clear the province of Taliban fighters, just weeks ahead of the first fighting season that Afghan forces will face alone after most foreign troops withdrew in December. Australia marked the end of its military operation in Afghanistan with welcome home parades in Canberra and Sydney. The parades honoured those who served in Operation Slipper, Australia's contribution to the battle launched by the United States in response to the deadly September 11 terrorist attacks. More than 33,000 members of the Defence Force, Federal Police and Public Service were deployed to Afghanistan and the Middle East. 41 Australian Defence Force personnel were killed and 261 wounded. Singapore's Prime Minister's office released a statement saying the condition of former leader Lee Kuan Yew has worsened. Seen as the founding father of the modern Singapore, which he led from 1951 until 1990, the 91-year-old Lee has been in hospital with severe pneumonia since February 5th. Lee, an iconic political figure in Asia, is widely credited with transforming Singapore from a mosquito-infested swamp under British colonial rule to a financial powerhouse with one of the highest per capita incomes in the world. Members of the Tokyo Metro bowed their heads for a minute of silence in remembrance of the sarin poison gas attack on the city's subway system, which killed 13 and sickened more than 6,000 people 20 years ago. At an altar at the Kasumigaseki station offices, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe turned up with white lilies to pray for those that died and those that continue to suffer the lingering effects of the nerve gas sarin. Sarin, first developed by the Nazis, was let go early during the morning rush hour on March 20, 1995 by followers of the religious cult Aum. Malaysian opposition politician and Vice President of People's Justice Party Nurul Izzah Anwar was detained for sedition but was released on 17th March after recording her statement. She was summoned to the police station on the 16th March to assist an investigation into a demonstration against the imprisonment of opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim in the speech Nurul made in Parliament. Nurul, aged 34, is the eldest daughter of Malaysia's opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim, the biggest political threat to Malaysia's government, who is now serving a 5-year jail term after convicted of sodomizing his former aide. Her arrest this week prompted the United States Department to say it was deeply concerned by her detention and that recent charges of sedition against critics raised serious concerns about freedom of expression, rule of law and the independence of the judicial system in Malaysia.